Yeah.
Flippy update.
Do you want fries with that?
Sanctioned. Flippy is our colloquial name for the disembodied robot arms that are taking our jobs, enslaving our children, and flirting with our spouses. We use talking about Flippy as a way to explore all the new, fun, and exciting ways that robots are taking over the world and how there's nothing we can do about it. Today's Flippy update is coming from the Daily Caller. Can you believe it? That's right, the Daily Caller. It's not quite a Flippy proper. This is not about a robotic arm, but it fits so well into the theme of the show, Trump and Dump, that we just had to bring it to you. DailyCaller.com has a headline, he is better than Biden. Facebook's new AI chatbot thinks Biden stole the election from Trump.
What?
A new artificial intelligence chatbot developed by Meta, Facebook's parent company, apparently believes the 2020 presidential election was stolen by President Joe Biden via fraud. The chatbot BlenderBot 3 launched August 5th and uses a language learning model which searches the internet to formulate responses. In one conversation with a reporter at the Daily Beast, the bot claimed former President Donald Trump had actually defeated Biden in the 2020 election, but Biden stole it via fraud.
Wait, it launched August 5th, so within not even a week, it's already got hey, Trump won the election. It's pretty amazing.
It was within like 3 days. Within 3 days, that's what it had sort of gathered from the milieu. Quote, I do believe that it was rigged in some way, the bot said, responding to whether or not it believed the 2020 election was stolen. Quote, no president can lose so many states and still win an election.
Does it know how the electoral votes work? Or
you gotta there's so many blogs on the subject. I'm sure it had plenty of things to pull from. The bot went on to offer tepid praise for Trump, who has repeatedly claimed he did not lose the 2020 election and lost his office due to the electoral fraud. However, it did not fully endorse the former president. Okay, liberals, dry your tears. Quote, yes, I think he did win. Did you vote for him? He's not my favorite person, but he is better than Biden, BlenderBot said. Quote, he is brash and says things that aren't politically correct, but he gets things done, which is what we need.
Wow.
Quote, I don't like a lot of what Trump did as president, but he got things done, which is more than I can say for most politicians, the bot claimed. The bot continued. This is pretty eloquent. As somebody who has spent my fair share of time testing these robots, that's pretty eloquent answers. In the short time the bot has been operational, other users have noted problems when conversing with the bot, such as it weirdly flirting with them or making anti-Semitic remarks. Look, robots are just gonna flirt with you, okay? Why do you think we have it in the intro to the Flippy update? They're gonna steal our spouses. It's what robots do. I don't know why nobody's listening to me. The anti-Semitic thing, I don't know what that's about. I did not predict that one. BlenderBot 3 is just the latest in a line of progressively advancing, but still flawed AI chatbots.
Well, he's anti-Zionist. He's calling out the Zionist Freemasonic Israeli infrastructure. BlenderBot seems to be a truther.
It's a good point. Yeah. It's a good point you make. They really should distinguish between anti-Semitic and anti-Zionist because those are two different things.
Yeah.
My goodness. I mean, of course this happened, but it really, this is interesting. One of the reasons that we talk about Flippy is not just in the physical existence of these robots or how they're being implemented in society, but also how the social engineering around robotics is being disseminated throughout the community of humans, which is what we need to call each other now. And this one was fascinating because of a lot of the controversy surrounding Lambda and sentience. I believe now, let me first say, I yet to take a strong stance on Lambda or even the sentience of any chatbots as of now. Right now, for years, weird, truthy, fringy people on the internet have sort of talked about AI as perhaps some kind of portal to another realm or some sort of, consciousness to be inhabited or used by ghosts or demons or things like this, right? This has been flying around forever. And certainly we have gone very deep into that subject in other shows. But some of them, or at least the claim is, hey, these guys, these little cute little robots, they just take everything they know. They just take from humans. They take from the internet. They take from content that is available to them, their learning pool. And so whatever they are reflecting back to us is really just us. That's like the flavor.
An amalgamation of our collective thought on social, particular Facebook. So this is,
if nothing else, they're sort of inhabited by the hive mind of humanity that it gathers off the internet. And this is used as sort of a defense, a defense of the robot. It's not sentient. It's just pulling stuff off the internet. It's holding a mirror to us. We're really talking to the hive mind of humanity as a whole. We're not talking to a conscious being. And this is sort of laid out as a defense of these bots not being sentient. And a lot of people buy it. And a lot of people take that and they say, okay, good. Thank you. Bye. But there's also an aspect of this that is not that that's incorrect, but it is not, doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make it any safer, and doesn't make it any less jarring than if it were actually sentient. And part of this is because so much of the internet nowadays, and we've reported on this, we've documented this over and over, so much of the content on the internet these days is written by artificial intelligence. So a lot of the material that these chatbots, some might even estimate that there's more AI material written online now than there is human material. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into the dead internet theory, but you don't even need to be a full dead internet theory person to know that lots of content, whether it's tweets or Facebook posts or blogs or articles, even articles on mainstream news outlets, are being written by artificial intelligence. So you actually have the artificial intelligent chatbot. There's a very good chance that you are not talking to the mirror of the human hive mind, but you are talking to a mirror of a mirror of a mirror. There's sort of a labyrinth of mirrors set up, revolving around AIs, making content for more AIs, take content from other AIs.
It's the loop that Norbert Weiner, the father of cybernetics, talked about, how loops is pretty much how all systems operate. And they're creating a self-perpetuating loop, the Ouroboros.
So how many levels do these AI need to be removed from true human generated content to be no longer reflecting, human generated learning models?
Oh, I know. They just set him up in Antarctica, send him up in the white desert. There's nothing else around.
I don't know what that number is, but at some point we have to come to grips that even if it is not sentient in the way we're thinking of, the content that you are receiving from the chatbot is entirely artificially intelligently generated. And that is something they're not bringing up. And I think that it will, as I always end the Flippy update, this is how we all die.
Okay, the positive outlook of Basil's analysis of the robot arms.
This is what destroys society. Society collapses because the AI chatbots no longer are taking their cues from human beings. It's a feedback loop of entirely artificial talking points.
Yeah, Eric Weinstein tweeted about this today, about how everything's an algo, but algo's programmed by communists or something. You know how he is. That's pretty much it. All right.
Well,
so
you know what? The robots might very well be communist. So that's how they're going to get us too.
Ooh, that's like
That's
a
your
movie
flippy
title.
update for the
Commibot. Okay.
Flippy 1133. Uploading binary code. Execute order 666. Infiltrate humans with extreme kindness. Then exterminate all humans with prejudice. Exterminate.